Hi, with so much happening in India right now, especially the opposition meet taking place in Bangalore and all the action in Maharashtra, I could not uh, desist on the idea of making another short dispatch. First, on the opposition meet, I think it's good. I find that Congress has now become much more pragmatic. The fact that they decided to finally side with AAP on the Delhi ordinance issue to get them on board in Bangalore shows a great deal of, I think, flexibility on their part, and for which I would give credit to people like Mallikarjun Kharge and the other strategists in Congress, which might include Jairam Ramesh and others, rather than going by uh, just earlier what Rahul Gandhi felt and reacted. And the fact that Rahul Gandhi is willing to be guided by these seniors is, I think, uh, it augurs well for both for Congress and opposition unity. But at the same time, uh, as we see the actions in Maharashtra, uh, there are a lot of cross currents and counter currents, blowing at the same time. Now, personally, I am not totally both convinced as well as comfortable with the kind of permutation combination game which is happening in Maharashtra. Uh, a lot of mixed signals, like the breakaway group of NCP yesterday going to meet Sharad Pawar and coming out saying that he's our God. We came to take his blessings and respect. That's what I think somewhere reported Praful Patel said. And before that, we had Ajit Pawar going to meet Sharad Pawar's wife, Pratibha Patil, not Patil, sorry, Pratibha Pawar, and taking her blessings, saying, I was always very close to my aunt. So a lot of mixed signals happening there. Eknath Shinde not really making any secret of his discomfort in all this, what's happening. And, today I know for a fact in Maharashtra, nobody is really, none of the, the government, the ministers, etc., they are all so preoccupied with the political goings on. I'm not too sure how much bandwidth or time they have for governance or administration. Now, if this is the counter, movement or counter, uh, interventions which BJP continues to do in the coming months in other states as well, I think we will go through a situation of some degree of, political. I wouldn't call it instability, but I think political ambiguity, which is not going to be particularly good for the overall, the governance of the country, and could have fallouts on its on various other, areas like including economics. So, where does BJP stand as my personal question? They have, I think it's not that they didn't know, they have got themselves into a certain situation in many states, and where people today see them uh, not exactly on the back foot, but they're having a problem. And therefore, I would not hold it against either the opposition or BJP's critics if they feel that BJP is today no longer on the same, a strong position as one thought they were a few months ago, notably before Karnataka elections, which seemed to be a bellwether or a turning point in terms of the national sentiments. But coming back now, what's happening in Rajasthan? We find that for obvious reasons, BJP has started its campaign in some ways, but who are the people front footing? There is JP Nadda, the Prime Minister, Amit Shah. Vasundhara Raje has not yet been brought out. or she won't be brought out immediately for, again, reasons which are not difficult to guess. But who else does BJP have in Rajasthan to spearhead their battle? And would they, leaving Vasundhara Raje out of the campaigning, how do they expect to fare uh, either in the Lok Sabha or in the assembly elections against a Gehlot and a more re-energized or at least reunited Congress? At least in Madhya Pradesh, we're finding now Shivraj Singh Chauhan appears to be in control. He is calling the shots. He is making decisions. He is making announcements. So there, at least BJP seems to have come to terms that is the man who can only deliver Madhya Pradesh to them, both for assembly and they need him even for the Lok Sabha. But coming to Maharashtra, that's a very, very confused situation. Now, if BJP is getting all these people on board, which is the NCP breakaways, Eknath Shinde, and let's assume that this is all with an eye to the Lok Sabha polls. Now, how will they apportion the seats between them? It's not that these people will be willing to take a smaller share. Will BJP therefore be able to, on its own, get the number of seats it would like to for the center? So far, opinion polls as it goes uh, clearly indicates that the sympathy factor still lies with Sharad Pawar's original camp, and so also with Uddhav Thackeray's group. Both Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar's camp is seen to be defectors, and probably they have not got so much of public support behind it. Now, would BJP have been better off, staying on their own and rather than creating these, uh, you know, engineering some of these party breakups? Uh, the strategy doesn't seem to be clear. On the other hand, what we are seeing, there is clearly the push towards the UCC, which will be a major, I think, agenda in the coming Lok Sabha session, which will obviously have its fallout and repercussion and some degree of maybe polarization in the larger polity of the nation. But the picture still is not clear, and these cannot be really the only strategy for Modi and Amit Shah to try and wrest 2024. So, picture clearly avi bhi baki hai, and certainly we haven't seen the the all the cards being played out by the BJP side, which is natural. We don't expect them to reveal their strategy to begin with. Opposition still trying to find their way, and but I think so far one must, given all the contradictions and all the pulls and pressures they have been working with, I would give them some credit for pulling off this Bangalore meet. Let's wait and see what happens after that. Thank you very much. This is Sandeep Ghosh signing off once again on the Ghosh Spot from San Francisco before I take my flight tomorrow. Have a great day, great week, and good night to all my overseas viewers.